This is land of Havilah, 1 Chronicles 2. Famously in Genesis, there were Abraham, Isaac, then the twin boys Jacob and Esau. Jacob inherited the promise, and God changed his name to Israel. Now coming, Israel had 12 sons. Verse 1. These are the sons of Israel: Reuben, Simeon, Levi, Judah, Issachar, Zebulun, Dan, Joseph, Benjamin, Naphtali, Gad, and Asher. Comment now focusing on Judah for the rest of the chapter. Verse 3. The sons of Judah, Onan, and Shelah, which three were born to him of Shua's daughter the Canaanitess. Judah's firstborn, was wicked in Yahweh's sight, and he killed him. Tamar, his daughter-in-law, bore him Perez and Zerah. All the sons of Judah were 5. Comment, that was all in Genesis 38, the chapter which describes the embarrassing origins of the tribe of Judah. Now about Judah's sons and grandsons, verse 5. The sons of Perez, Hezron, and Hamuel. The sons of Zerah, Zimri, Ethan, Heman, Calcol, and Dara, 5 of them in all. The sons of Carmi, Achar, the troubler of Israel, who committed a trespass in the devoted thing. The son of Ethan, Azariah. Comment in verse 7, the history of Achar or Achan is in Joshua chapter 9. Achan was 4 generations down from Judah. He violated Yahweh's command by taking plunder during the battle of Jericho. 36 men died as a result. Now Judah's particular line which leads to King David, starting with Judah's grandson Hezron. Verse 9. The sons also of Hezron who were born to him, Jerahmeel, Ram, and Shelabai. Ram became the father of Amminadab, and Amminadab became the father of Nahshon, prince of the children of Judah. Comment, David had a reformed prostitute in his heritage, and on the other end of the social spectrum, Nahshon, his ancestor, was the head of the tribe of Judah, Numbers 1:7. Everyone's ancestry is streaked and spotted like the flocks of Jacob, Genesis 31:8. Now continuing to David, verse 11. And Nahshon became the father of Salma, and Salma became the father of Boaz, and Boaz became the father of Obed, and Obed became the father of Jesse. Comment, coming up, David was Jesse's 7th and youngest son. Verse 13. And Jesse became the father of his firstborn, Eliab, and Abinadab the 2nd, and Shimei the 3rd, Nethanel the 4th, Radai the 5th, Ozim the 6th, David the 7th. Comment now David's sisters, verse 16. And their sisters were Zeruiah and Abigail, the sons of Zeruiah, Abishai, Joab, and Asahel, 3. Comment, Abishai, Joab, and Asahel were David's nephews, who were important to his throne because of their military talent. Now David's sister Abigail, verse 17. Abigail bore Amasa. The father of Amasa was Jether the Ishmaelite. Comment, Amasa was also a nephew of David, and briefly he was David's highest commander. Now going back in time again to Judah's grandson Hezron, who was in the generation that entered Egypt. Verse 18. Caleb the son of Hezron became the father of the children of Azubah his wife, and of Jerioth, and these were her sons, Jesher, Shobab, and Ardon. Azubah died, and Caleb married Ephrath, who bore him Hur. Hur became the father of Uri, and Uri became the father of Bezalel. Comment, the Caleb who entered the promised land was son of Jephunneh. The Caleb just mentioned here is a different one. Bezalel was famous for being filled with the Spirit of God to do all kinds of craftsmanship. He supervised the building of the tabernacle in the wilderness. Now back in time again to Hezron, verse 21. Afterward Hezron went in to the daughter of Machir, the father of Gilead, whom he took his wife when he was 60 years old, and she bore him Segub. Segub was the father of Jair, who had 23 cities in the land of Gilead. Comment, there were some unmentioned generations there. The clan which descended from Jair conquered part of Gilead, not Jair himself, Numbers 32:41. Jair himself would have been long passed away by that time. It was possible for a person in Israel to have a legal ancestry that differed from his natural ancestry because of levirate marriage. Jair was legally a member of the tribe of Manasseh, Numbers 32:41, but naturally it seems he was a descendant of Judah. Now coming how that real estate conquered by the clan of Jair in Gilead was eventually lost to foreigners from the nations Geshur and Aram. Verse 23. Geshur and Aram took the towns of Jair from them, with Kenath and its villages, even 60 cities. All these were the sons of Machir, the father of Gilead. Comment: from here to the end of the chapter, the individuals are unknown to us for the most part. Going back again to Judah's son Hezron, who entered Egypt, at the time of Hezron's death, one of his wives was pregnant with his 9th son. Verse 24. After Hezron died in Caleb Ephrathah, Abijah, Hezron's wife, bore him Asher, the father of Tekoa. The sons of Jerahmeel, the firstborn of Hezron, were Ram the firstborn, Bunah, Orim, Ozim, and Ahijah. Jerahmeel had another wife whose name was Atara. She was the mother of Onam. The sons of Ram, the firstborn of Jerahmeel, were Maaz, Jamin, and Eker. The sons of Onam were Shimei and Jada. The sons of Shimei, Nadab, and Abishur. The name of the wife of Abishur was Abihail, and she bore him Aban and Molid. The sons of Nadab, Seled and Appaim, but Seled died without children. The son of Appaim, Ishi. The son of Ishi, Shishan. The son of Shishan, Ale. The sons of Jada, the brother of Shimei, Jether and Jonathan. And Jether died without children. The sons of Jonathan, Peleth, and Zaza. These were the sons of Jerahmeel. Now Shishan had no sons but daughters. Shishan had a servant, an Egyptian, whose name was Jarha. Shishan gave his daughter to Jarha, his servant, as wife, and she bore him Attai. Comment: that was another example of differing legal and natural ancestry. Naturally, Attai was a son of an Egyptian servant, but legally he was the son of the Israelite Shishan. Verse 36. Attai became the father of Nathan, and Nathan became the father of Zabad, and Zabad became the father of Ephlal. Ephlal became the father of Obed, and Obed became the father of Jehu, and Jehu became the father of Azariah, and Azariah became the father of Helez, and Helez became the father of Eliasa, and Eliasa became the father of Sismai. Sismai became the father of Shallum, and Shallum became the father of Jechamiah, and Jechamiah became the father of Elishama. Comment: that was by far the longest line of ancestry in the chapter, going 23 generations down the line from Judah. Why were these people noteworthy enough to be recorded? It's a mystery. Verse 42. The sons of Caleb, the brother of Jerahmeel, were Mesha, his firstborn, who was the father of Ziph, and the sons of Maresha, the father of Hebron. The sons of Hebron, Korah, Tepuah, Rechem, and Shema. Shema became the father of Raham, the father of Jorkiam, and Rechem became the father of Shimei. The son of Shimei was Maon, and Maon was the father of Beth Zur. Ephah, Caleb's concubine, bore Haran, Moza, and Gazez, and Haran became the father of Gazez. The sons of Jadai, Regem, Jothan, Geshan, Pelet, Ephah, and Sha'af. Maacah, Caleb's concubine, bore Sheber and Tirhana. She bore also Sha'af, the father of Madmannah, Shiva, the father of Machbena, and the father of Gibeah. And the daughter of Caleb was Oxah. Comment: in verse 18, Caleb's the son of Hezron, which would place him in Egypt in the early days of slavery. But in verse 48, Caleb was the father of Oxah, which matches up with the Caleb of the Exodus. But some of the other details here don't match up with that Caleb. From here to the rest of the chapter, the towns in Judah oftentimes went by the names of the families which populated them. Verse 50. These were the sons of Caleb, the son of Hur, firstborn of Ephrathah, Shobal, the father of Kiriath Jearim, Salma, the father of Bethlehem, and Hareph, the father of Beth Gader. Shobal, the father of Kiriath Jearim, had sons, Horea, half the Menuhath, the families of Kiriath Jearim, the Ithrites, the Puthites, the Shumathites, and the Mishraites. From them came the Zorathites and the Eshtaolites. The sons of Salma, Bethlehem, the Netophathites, Atroth, Beth Joab, and half the Manahathites, the Zorites. Comment: now the last verse of the chapter, which to your narrator is the most inscrutable of them all. Verse 55. The families of the scribes who lived at Jabez, the Tirathites, the Shimeathites, and the Sukkothites, these are the Kenites who came from Hamath, the father of the house of Rechab. Comment: we would need more information to put all the names in this chapter in context. Cross-referencing to other parts of the Bible gives limited answers. To your narrator, the most interesting tidbit here is in regard to Caleb and his wife Ephrath. Caleb's father was Hezron, who was one of the 70 souls of the house of Israel, who migrated from Canaan to Egypt in the time of Joseph. This would place Caleb in the early part of the Egyptian captivity. When we map out the genealogy in this chapter, we find that Caleb was one of the most prolific ancestors of the tribe of Judah, especially through one of his wives, Ephrath. She turns out to be a matriarch of many of the towns of Judah, including of Bethlehem. This explains why Bethlehem is sometimes called Ephrathah. So there's one mystery solved. 1 Chronicles 3 is next.